Make your Easter plants last long after the holiday's over.
Here with tips is Master Gardener, the Green Thumb Guru, Ed Sourdiffe. Ed, nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Happy almost Easter and also Passover as well.
Oh, yes. Back to you, both of you.
Thank you. Now, before we get started with these plants, why don't we talk about some Easter baskets for the gardeners in your life?
Okay. There's some really good things you can do for the garden in your life. You can do some things that are dormant still in the bags, like that over there. If you go to the stores and you get something that's in a bag like that, it's better to get it earlier in the season. Some of the stores will keep them way late and the things will actually be dead in it. So
that's usually why they're on clearance. I feel like I bought some asparagus last year like that was on clearance. I thought, how could it be such a great deal? It's because it's dead.
You want to go earlier in the season, as early as possible. Save it, and actually look through the bag, feel the bulbs in there. If they feel dry, see some of the plants, like if it's a dahlia in there, it's going to get really leggy, like we've talked about before. It's looking to start growing. So try to get something that's firm and not rotten. You really have to examine them. And the plants in those packets are actually really young. That's why they can do it so cheaply. So if you go to a garden center, you'll get something bigger. But if you put this in the ground, it'll take you a few years to get to that full-size plant.
And similarly, we have this basket right here that has all the seeds in it.
Yeah, that's just basically some seeds and a cookie. So that's a really good thing for a gardener. You get some summer plants in there, and it's still time to do it. This is the 8-week interval before we start having stop having frost. So that's a really great thing for the gardener.
By the way, have we started? Should people start planting some seeds in their homes if they want to?
Yes, this is the perfect time to do that. It's the 8 weeks because it's June 1st.
Okay.
And who knows this year?
That's true.
I know.
It could be September 1st.
Yeah, I know. But like your peppers and tomatoes, you can even start now, but you're going to put them out later in the season. You really want warm temperatures in the ground for them.
Now let's start talking about plants. First, I think we have an oldie but goodie here.
Tulips, so pretty.
The tulips are really nice. They're great because you can actually put them in the garden later, just like daffodils and just like the hyacinths. When you're going out and you're looking for plants, if you're going to buy it for yourself or for your relatives or friends, this tulip is actually already way opened. You're going to want to get things that are more in bud. And you can see there's only one bud that's coming up in there. So this is not going to last that long.
So this is what not to buy. You buy it, you give it to someone, and then soon after the plant will die.
Yeah, well, it'll stop blooming and just have a green plant. You want it to last a little bit longer.
We'd prefer something like this.
Yes. The Easter lily here is perfect. Everything is in bud here. You see we have some swollen buds here, and that means that these will be open in about 3 days. This one was swollen like that just yesterday, and it's just starting to bud and open up here now. The good thing with them being in bud like this is that they'll open up, last longer for you, but also when you're transporting it and they're bouncing around, you know that yellow part inside the flower, the anther, that pollen will fall all over the petals, and then that flower will basically start dying quickly. So if they're still so closed up like that, that won't happen. Also, when it does open and you have that yellow anther in there, you do want to clip that out because that'll actually make that flower last longer also.
Yellow anther. Really? So let's show people what that is, because we have the flower right here, and if we can get a little shot of it. That's the part.
That's where the pollen is. So that'll get all over the petals, and it'll discolor them, and the flower will go away quicker. So you don't want that. But also when you're looking for a lily plant, a good thing to do, make sure the foliage is really, really green and healthy like this, and it goes all the way down to the soil level. Because if it was going by or it wasn't a healthy plant, these would start turning yellow, and it would go up like this, and you just have a bare stalk.
You also had some tips for this decorative bag, because a lot of times you go to a grocery store or something, and people get the bags that come with it. They look great in the house. They're not necessarily great for your plant.
No, they're actually good for the house, and they're great for the house because this will actually prevent you getting water stains on your furniture, your tabletop, your mahogany, or whatever you have. But once you water the plant, you're going to want to actually take this out, make sure that's not in a pool of water, because that will totally rot the lily or any of these other plants. So you don't want them standing in water.
Right,
that's really important.
Now tell us about this plant right here.
That's a calico. That's coming more popular for Easter because this is a plant that you can make into a house plant later. This is from Madagascar originally. It comes in all sorts of colors, reds, yellows, oranges. Even some of the flowers now are doubled. They look like little roses. So this is a really hot pink color, really good for the holidays. This plant,
really firm leaves.
Really thick, succulent leaves, and that's actually an indicator that you don't want to overwater this plant, that you will kill it. You actually want to put your finger down into the soil and you can feel this is wet now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But very not soaking wet.
Yeah,
just
no.
enough to have enough
Yeah,
moisture.
but with this plant, you don't want to water it until your finger goes 2 inches down, and then it's dry 2 inches down. So you got to go way deep to see, because this one you do not want to overwater at all.
And for the most part, if we get these traditional spring Easter plants, they're created for cooler weather, so we want to keep them in a cooler spot in our house.
Yes, yes. If you want to make your tulips last longer, your hyacinths, even your Easter lily, don't put them in direct sun. Keep it kind of cool. That's while they're in bloom. Later on, if you want to put them in the garden, you can keep it in a cool room in full sun, and then put them out after frost, because this has actually become tender, and then it might come back for you next year.
Ed, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. More information on mymassappeal.com. But later you have this trick that I don't know if I believe for Easter eggs, right?
Yeah, it's how to peel your hard-boiled eggs a bunch at a time. So it goes quickly, and
All
it's
right.
kind of fun.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, you're going to be doing it.
Okay, well, I'll have to stay tuned.
And also head on Mass